Well, here at Fletcher House Garden, we have several interior spaces that I take great joy in using. And in fact, they're spaces that we enjoy sharing with our visitors and our friends as well. And those spaces include rooms like our library and even our dining room. In fact, these are areas you may be familiar with at this point because we have toured them and showed them several times here on the channel. And you can go back and visit those videos if you have not seen them yet. But there's one space I'm going to show you today that I do not enjoy using, and I am not proud to share with my visitors. We're going to fix that. And I think these are easy edits, easy updates that you can make too. So stay tuned. Hi there, I'm April, and I have a pantry problem. Is anyone else with me? It may not be a pantry, it may be a closet, a room. I digress. What's behind this door is scary. I'm going to warn you now. I'm not proud, like I said, but we're going to fix this. And I'm going to tell you, it has been a vicious cycle with this pantry since we have lived in this home. Yeah. Not pretty. But we have a couple of issues fighting against us. One is the lack of lighting, coupled with a dark paint color. Another thing is lack of organization and lack of clear organizational boundaries. And then another problem is just, it's not pretty. The things I'm going to do in this video, I hope you will agree, are easy, things that you could possibly apply in your homes as well. So first things first, we've got to take this pantry apart, which you'll see I do here in just a moment. The shelves are easy to take out. I take all the content and put them on my kitchen counters. And like I said, this green paint color, it's dark. It's beautiful, but it's dark. And with the lack of light fixture in the pantry, it fights against me. It's kind of depressing to use the pantry. The easy fix is paint. It doesn't take a lot of investment, just a paint can, paintbrush, and some sweat equity. And I enjoy painting. What I'm using here is a color called Smoke Infusion by Sherwin-Williams. It's a mix of green, gray, and blue. Depending on how the light hits it, you may see a predominant color over the other. But this is a color that I have throughout the entire home, so I know that this will blend well with our design. I knocked out this paint task on a rainy weekend evening, and I am already loving the benefits of the lighter paint color. I also did a small sewing or no sewing project with this tier pair of curtain panels. They're 36 inches in length, and I measured from the base of my bottom shelf to the floor of the pantry, bought a tension rod, bought these curtains, bought some iron-on hem, like adhesive, and I did a no-sew project for this curtain, so I can have some camouflage storage at the base of the closet. I own a sewing machine, but maybe you don't, so this is a good alternative. Very easy. As I start to put the pantry back together, I have some nice tiered stands for our canned goods. I have a step stool there, and this is where you join me. I'm going to finish putting together the shelves. For my bottom shelf, I have 4 baskets that I'm considering my carb stations because they're holding crackers, rice, instant potatoes, ramen noodles, breads, even my popcorn kernels because I love to make stovetop popcorn. For the next shelf, I have dedicated chip baskets. My husband loves to eat chips. I like tortilla chips with some salsa or cheese dip. He loves potato chips. So we have a basket for me, a basket for him. And then in the middle of this shelf, I have a round basket with a lid. And the lid had like a little knob at the top for easy open and close functionality. And I replaced it with a drawer pull. You'll see here in a moment that's blue and white, and I thought was a nice little touch to tie back to my blue Wello collection, all my blue and white pieces. It's small, I know most people will never see that little touch, but it's, for me, romancing the ordinary. And this little basket will hold our little snacks and keep them all organized. For the next shelf, it was important to me to have all of my tea bags and tea making supplies at eye level. We love drinking tea here at the Fletcher House. I brew it myself. I play with different flavor blends. The Louisiane boxes at the top, that's my tried and true, like classic Southern iced tea. I make with those. So I'm glad to have this little setup at eye level. Flanking the tea supplies, I will have mason jars. I don't have any contents in these mason jars yet. I will have 4. And what I'm showing you here is that I have reproduction ball perfect mason jars that I'm going to use, and they're going to have wood lids with a nice sill. Now, I did originally buy some vintage ball mason jars at a flea market. I thought they were in good condition, but once I brought them home, gave them a good scrub, I realized that all of the jars I had bought have cracks at the base of them, and I was just worried, not necessarily about liquids leaking, but just like airtight, possibly snacks going stale. So using reproduction here, but I still think it's a great look. And these I'm calling our grab and go baskets. Things that we need to grab in the mornings while we're in a hurry to get my husband out the door onto work, or I'm heading upstairs to start my day. He has little breakfast cookies he likes to eat on his commute, and I, the very responsible adult, have Pop-Tarts. Please don't judge. I'm going to add a basket here in between my canned goods, that middle section. For now, it's going to hold some Velveeta that we have. I like to make cheese dip, and that's a quick, easy snack that I will have readily available. It's hard to see the very top shelf in this frame, but I do have 2 last baskets to add at the top shelf that are going to hold our cereals. Yes, we are grown adults, but we still eat cereal. And Brad, my husband, will have a basket for his cereals that he prefers, and I will have a basket for mine. There's room in these baskets for sure, so if there's other snacks or things that we need to add, there's room to grow, there's room to expand. At this state, the pantry, I think, is in phenomenal condition considering the before that I shared with you. But there's a couple more things I'm going to do off camera. I'm going to add a shelf to the right of the interior of the pantry that'll hold chip clips. And then to the left of the interior of the pantry, I'm going to add a couple of hooks to hold like little bags for potatoes, onions, garlic, whenever we purchase those throughout the year. This precious little basket that I have, I want to use for something else, so hence the need for a different alternative for the chip clips. I bought this shelf at Hobby Lobby, but to me it looked too industrial, so I also bought some fabric and did a basket weave. I realized not everyone is as psychotic as I am, but this made me happy. And then the bar across the base I will use to hang little bunches of herbs to dry during like the spring, or more likely during the summer or the fall. And here are the hooks I was talking about for the potatoes, garlic, things like that. I breathe so much easier seeing this pantry in the after state. I hope you will agree. If there's any little organizational hacks that I used today that you're using at your home as well, I'd love to hear about it. Or if maybe you got some great ideas from what we did today with the pantry, I'd love to hear that too. I don't think anything I did here was rocket science, and that's the point. I wanted these to be easy edits that I could do myself, that I could maintain, but also hopefully little updates that would resonate with you as well. Please let me know what you think. I'm going to live with this pantry as it is for a while. I think it's great as it is, but I'm going to test out the paint color for a few more days and see if I need to add a light fixture at the top interior of the pantry. If I do need to add a light fixture, for me, it's going to be like an old lantern or an old like outdoor fixture, and I will use one of the rechargeable light bulbs that are out on the market today. I think it's safe to say that I would gladly use this pantry myself, or even allow my friends to open the door to the pantry. Thanks so much for joining me and Oliver today. I hope you have a great week, great February or start to February. And until next time, take care.